question is what is God doing? When we think about the world today, it's a crazy place. Your spiritual life, your own life, your family life. Sunday, August 12th, 2018, I would walk into the doors one man and I would leave another. In that 4 hours that I was so excited about, that I was so zealous about, instead I left so disappointed and in despair with an emotional hole in my heart that I've still been wrestling with through this day. God began to transform me. The doctors had asked for us to take 18 months just to allow my body to rest. We had acquired the money to be put aside where we could do that, and so it's worked. My body's healed, we're healthy, we're ready to go. But what I didn't know is through that 18 months, I'd have a wrestling match with God like never before, like Jacob. And I'd wrestle through the questions about, what about the dream? What about Ephesians 3:20? What about the people that I've accidentally hurt? Well, what do I do? And in that, every day I'd walk by this picture, and you know my love for trees, and I'd walk by the aspens, and the things that make aspens special is that you can burn them down, you can have them hit by a storm, they can all be destroyed by thousands of acres, but because they have a root system underneath that are continuing to feed each other, water each other, and refresh each other, they will grow back stronger, more dense, and more beautiful than ever before. And so I knew that God was going to be faithful. At the end of the 18 months, every opportunity that we had promised from great people that are great people, every opportunity, all of them would dry up overnight as our nation was hit by the most modern day historic pandemic that we've ever seen. And all of our lives would begin to transform. Each and every one of us. And so over the last 18 months, this hole in my heart emotion would continue to grow, and we would try different things, and we'd do different things, and we would see success, but none of it would be consistent. And we'd continue this wrestling match with God until one day several weeks ago, we were at lunch with one of our heroes, and as I sat there, he ended the conversation by asking this question: when are you going to start doing what you were called to do? Because there's people that miss you. You know you can see God move. And you know you've been blessed at it. I simply sat there quietly and I walked away and thought, no, there's no way. But then in the coming days, as I talked to our mentors and our friends, every conversation ended with this same thing. When are you going to stop running from God? And when are you going to be willing to lead a local church again? And so I knew within 30 seconds that it was probably what God wanted us to do. But at the same time, I had to deal with this hole in my heart, and I had to deal with the affirmation of God. And so as we began to seek counsel and talk to our mentors around the nation, every one of them would end with the same thing. You know what you're supposed to do. You know what you're supposed to do. And so many of you have just been like the roots of the aspen that through this season that you have refreshed us, you have watered us, you have fed us, you have encouraged us, you have kept us going as we've been wrestling with God. And now here we are. My birthday's coming up, and Robin asked, what do I want for my birthday? And just like you, I've been changed through this whole epidemic thing and this pandemic thing. And what do I want? What I want is to stop running. What I want is to go back to doing the thing that I was created to do, and to lead and to love and to feed on a local church. I believe more than ever before that I've been transformed, that you've been transformed, that we've all been transformed, and there's a need for a new kind of church, a new normal in the church community. People would ask me, what is COVID all about? And I'd say, number one, God didn't cause it, but number two, it's about God creating a new paradigm in the church world. And I believe that with all my heart. And so coming on this Wednesday night, even if you're planted in another church, I want to ask you to sacrifice your time to come and celebrate with us at my birthday party as we stop running from God and start running towards God and formally share that we are starting a new local church. So many questions. Will it be like Journey? Absolutely. And absolutely not. Because hopefully I've grown wiser. Hopefully I've been transformed. Hopefully you've been transformed. Where will it be? We don't know. Well, the initial party's in Edmond. Our goal is to locate it somewhere convenient for all of Oklahoma City, and we're already seeing God do the miraculous in answering those prayers. What will the focus be? It will be you. It will be seeing your family transformed one life at a time and living into your God-given potential and dreams and believing in the big, big God, even in the midst of the valley. So we want to invite you this Wednesday night to come and join us as we celebrate this big, big God. And we want to invite you, just like Jesus says, I'm going to forgive you as you forgive others. I want to ask you to understand that word forgive means to reconcile. And I want to ask for some of you to forgive me. And to understand reconcile might not mean that we ever hang out every day that we do, but it does mean healing. It does mean that we move forward together with unity, trusting in a big, big God. So join us this Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. And remember this, that wherever you are, as we end this season, as we define the new normal, that God can do anything. And you know He can do far more than we could ever imagine, guess, or request in our wildest dreams. He will not do it by pushing us around, though, but by working within us, His Spirit deeply and gently within us, all to the glory of God. Thank you for loving us. We love you. We appreciate you. We are proud of you. And we look forward to seeing you this Wednesday night.